to the last episode last week.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us back again. We're going to get started back on the conversation so we don't forget what we were
we had to extend this one. This one
had to.
It's so much ground to carry, to cover.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's a mess, and it's so stupid. I was like,
Yeah.
literally in the shower. I'm like, that's crazy that we even came up on this topic because I was literally in the shower, and we were talking about what would the topic be for like this episode or whatever. And we was like, you know what, it could just be called whatever. She was like, well, I have a question. I said, okay, well, whatever your question is, I don't know. You can ask me on the podcast. And so I was literally in there. I was like, it can be like generational holds because I'm really over here just trying to figure out like. What is it? What is it with our generation that has gotten like so?
As in with your generation?
Yeah, with my generation that has gotten just so like lost.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're so lost. I feel like
because y'all don't see stuff the way that we do.
No.
As in like y'all don't. It was so much different happening back then. Like there's certain things that y'all do now that's just I'm having fun. Where during my time it was like no, you keep that back here underneath the
tucked away and you don't even you don't and you don't even. It's like I don't even know what it is. Like we're chasing money. Everybody in this generation is chasing money. Everybody we're money hungry. We want money, but we don't want our actual selves.
But are y'all chasing money like the right way? Are y'all after like growth with it? Is it like
I think we're just after. I don't even think it's necessarily growth. I don't think it's that. I think we're just like
whatever you can get your hands on.
Yes, I feel like or any like people make posts all the time of this is how digital marketing. This is how I make money. Because I do this.
Yeah.
Or I sell stuff online. This is how you can make whatever. Or people my age. I have friends working 2 jobs. You're literally 18 years old. Why are you working 2 jobs?
Yeah,
I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, relax. Oh, because I love money. I love money. Don't we all?
Right.
So you need it to live.
Right.
We all love money, but I would rather I personally would rather have peace in knowing who I am, peace in finding myself, peace in knowing that God sees me.
Right.
Okay.
So with that being said, because I feel
like once you have all of that, it'll come.
But there's always different spectrums.
Yeah.
So let's say it like this. Let's play. Let's play the advocate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say for the kids that are saying like, I don't have, I got to go out there and get it because I don't have help. I don't have this. I don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you, what would you say to them? Because you gonna have, y'all, that's what y'all say. You're like, I don't, I gotta get what I gotta get because I don't have no this, that, and the other, or I have a single parent, or I have, this, that, and the other. So it's some of your generation that has to actually make that kind of a move.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between making that move, and then it's a difference between I feel like it's a difference between living for chasing after that and the money or whatever because you're just a hard worker. You got to get what you got to do, this, that, and third, and literally and neglecting everything else. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it gets to a certain degree. 100%. You're a child of a divorced family. You're a child of a single parent. Whatever. 100%. I get all of that.
Right.
100%. But a lot of times, I feel like they just neglect everything else because they don't have any help, which is 100% understood. Because if there's no help, no support, no reaffirming, none of that happening, you just feel like, well, I have to do all of that on my own.
It's profound because when I hear you say that, it makes me think about, okay, so the child from a divorce, background, or the child that was only, a single parent, or, just had hardship, what I'm hearing you say is that they still need to be honest and not have that, because in other words, because you're still talking about fear.
Put it this way.
So they're basically they'll have the fear of actually being honest about what that situation did to them.
Okay.
And they'll keep trying to live through life holding on to that.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
No
okay,
holds,
so put it this way.
No hope.
Put it this way.
Gotta let it go.
How did you do it? They took you out, didn't it? They took you out. You didn't expect that way. I didn't expect that way. Woo!
When you was talking, you was like, wow.
Girl, you know what? Because when you think about it, we ain't grow up the same. We ain't grow up the same.
Not
So
at all.
luckily,
Not at all.
fortunately, no, it's just fortunately. I was gonna say, and unfortunately, no, fortunately,
Yeah.
me and you grew up 100% differently, so I can speak on how I feel
Yeah.
that those people, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
do, but you actually experienced it,
Right.
so you could tell, like,
Like I messed up a
how did you
lot.
do it?
Like I held on to absolutely everything that I went through. And I did it, I think because I didn't know. That's why I say it's so important to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really didn't have someone to talk to that I trusted enough to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
that I felt like could kind of guide me, and then at the same time I didn't know that I could talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I held absolutely everything. So every emotion, every, fear, every, like I held it all, and it became not just the thing itself, but it
Mm-hmm.
became a part of me.
Mm-hmm.
I let it just dwell in me and I just held on to it and kept it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until I literally got to the end of me. And and I'll say it like this. I've always said to myself, I feel like I was my own cheerleader
Mm-hmm.
and my own warrior, my own protector.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to the point where Narsha was past Narsha,
Mm-hmm.
and I literally needed something other than Narsha,
Mm-hmm.
it felt like pulling teeth,
Mm.
but it had to be done so that I can come into a better place. So in other words, what I'm saying is that it will hurt. It will literally feel like your skin is crawling. But what I had to do was be honest with myself first.
How'd you fight through that uncomfortability? Did I say that right?
Yeah,
I did. I don't know why. It felt like I felt
they
like,
rolled right on.
did it? I felt like it.
Yeah,
I
they
felt like
rolled
it
right
rolled
off.
too much off. Where it's like it came
You
off, but
added a couple of
no, it was a little bit too many syllables or something. I don't know. It was a lot going on. I was like, come put it.
um,
Mm-hmm.
I made a decision.
Mm-hmm. So
It
ultimately,
sounds,
it's a
it
decision.
sounds, everybody say it just made. No, no. I made a decision that I didn't want to feel like this no more. I
Mm-hmm.
made a decision that I need more for me,
Mm-hmm.
that I want to experience a better life. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to be in pain all the time,
So did you
and
get all the way to your breaking point before you came there to that, like, that conclusion?
unfortunately I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I personally did.
And you feel like it's possible not to get to that point
That's
no
why we're
more?
doing this.
Yeah.
So we can help others to not have to get there. Because
Yeah.
what I'm telling you is that you don't have to get all the way to a
Mm-hmm.
bottom place. You can make a decision right now. You know what? No, it wasn't cool that they
Mm-hmm.
got a divorce.
It would.
No, it wasn't cool
It would.
that I wasn't raised by my mom.
It
No,
would.
it wasn't cool because I wasn't raised by my mom, guys. We'll talk about that another day and give it all to you at one time.
Story for a different time.
But that's my girl. Don't get it twisted. Um, but you have to be okay with being honest with yourself. No, it wasn't all right that
Right.
this and that happened,
Yeah.
but it doesn't define who I am.
Right.
And for the longest time, I was allowing it to define who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking in the mirror and saying, "Oh, I was abandoned. I was neglected. I was, this. I was that." And I was calling myself everything except who I actually am. So once I decided to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
and even accept the fear of the fact of I had to be honest, because
Mm.
that's a fear in itself. Like I don't want to be honest with myself.
It's the
It's
It's the
ugly.
vulnerability.
Who wants to tell themselves like
It's too vulnerable.
you tripping? Like you
Like,
didn't have to hold on to that.
it's like,
Like that was their stuff. They got divorced, not you. So why you acting like that?
right?
You still feel it, the effects, but we don't have to hold it
Yeah.
like we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I really had to just get to a point where I said to myself, I had to make a decision. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Then I had to be honest with myself. I had to make a decision that I don't want to do this. I don't
Yeah.
want to feel this no more.
Yeah.
Then I had to be honest with
Yeah.
myself. You can't do it the other way.
Okay.
You can't do it. It's not being honest. You have to make a decision to do it because it's not going to feel good. Nothing about it is going to feel good because you now have to talk yourself out of what you've been saying to yourself for however long.
Literally. So what would you say to people of all ages or whatever, who feel like don't want to feel like this anymore, but I'm scared of what it's going to feel like because I'm so comfortable in what I've been feeling.
Yeah.
But I don't like what I'm feeling.
Yeah. I had to embrace being uncomfortable. Because I was so, like hell bent on not feeling pain again. It was like, so what we have to realize is to actually be healed from anything, you actually have to feel the pain of it first, or you have to actually go through it first.
Right.
So I was like, with everything in me, I didn't want to feel none of that no more. So it was like, if I can press down all these emotions and these thoughts and these feelings as much as I can, as if they're going somewhere, they ain't going nowhere. And then I'm trying to understand why I'm depressed.
Yeah.
I have anxiety.
Yeah.
I this, that, and the other. Yeah, because those are the symptoms of the fear that you have of actually feeling that pain again. But I'll say this, you have to go through the pain to get to the healing. And once I said to myself, I am willing to feel absolutely everything I have, because you got to let it come up. If anybody knows how gold is refined. So, if anybody knows how gold is refined, and even if you don't, I'm about to tell you real quick, simplify it. Simplify it.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
Did you say it right the first time?
I said it. I said it. Simplify it. Simplify it. The syllables. So when gold is put into the fire, and when it's put into fire, the impurities come off of it and they rise to the top.
Yeah.
It gets scraped off.
Yeah.
And it gets put back in the fire.
Yeah.
So it keeps getting put in fire until all the impurities are out of it. So so the fire would be that pain. So basically, to get to the pretty place, skip to my loo, flowers and everything else, the sunny, you got to go through the fire. And you have to, and oftentimes,
what? Go ahead. That's you. See, now she done. Now now you went too far.
Just to be with you. Wait, how I go?
All right, listen, I was riding with you. I didn't know that part right there. I was risk
it all through the fire. No. This is what I have to deal with on a daily basis. But that's literally what it is. I had to be comfortable with the fact that I was going to feel pain, and then realize that pain is inevitable. Like
inevitable.
It's like inevitable. That's not going to be the last time that I'm going to feel pain. So I might as well get acquainted
100%.
with the fact that I possibly could be hurt again. I possibly could be neglected again. I possibly could feel abandoned again or rejected again. But
I don't think what people understand is the fact that what you're already going through is pain. Yeah. So if you're just sitting in pain,
yeah, I didn't get it like that.
And then
I didn't get it like that.
You make
when
a decision.
You're in it, you don't get it like that.
Yeah.
When you've experienced some excruciating, just debilitating, emotionally crushing, situations, you don't look at it like that. Your number one thing at that time is survival. Yeah. You trying to survive, you trying to protect yourself at whatever cost. At whatever cost. But there is a place to live, no holds. Yeah. And that no holds looks like embracing the fact that pain is not fatal. Yeah. It's not. It doesn't mean that because I feel this emotional pain now, I'm about to die. You're not.
You're not.
Because you're not.
You're still alive.
It's like feel it, give it a sound, and move on. Yeah. And a lot of times the moving on is the issue for a lot of us, because we feel like, I'm telling you, it goes back to that, especially us who don't have, some traumatic situations. It feels like, well, I'm not going to allow nobody else to da 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 da. Yeah. But that's a fear. It's a fear. So once you get to the place of, you know what, I'm not even going to allow fear to control me no more. Like,
and then all of that in itself is still losing your identity.
Yeah, all of it.
Still losing your identity.
Yeah.
Because you're taking away yourself.
Yeah. From everyone else.
From
everything else.
From
so
everything
it's like you
else.
Can't experience no joy in life.
Needs you. How many times?
I tell you,
I got to tell you.
only one you.
It's only one. So you just keep taking yourself up out the equation.
Yeah.
The world will never have what you have.
Right.
And we need it.
Yeah, we need that. We need that. Yeah. For sure.
That's a mess.
Yeah.
So when did you start making this decision? Because yeah, when did you start making this decision? Because even like, it'll be forever process. It'll be a forever process.
And that's what I was gonna say. I started years ago.
Yeah.
And then I thought I was good.
And
then another layer comes, and then all right. Then I thought I was good. And then it's a whole nother layer. And then I thought I was good.
And it wasn't.
So everybody need to understand that we'll forevermore.
Because it'll be a forever process.
It's a forever process.
It's a forever.
I kept thinking that, okay, when I get to this place, I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't know what place that is.
Yeah.
But I kept saying, when I get
So what do you think people are running from when they don't make that decision? Truth.
A lot of, because when you, it's the craziest thing to say. Okay, so say for me,
I feel like people get scared of thinking,
oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? It's definitely a fear.
This is a forever thing. I can't experience this emotion forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But you're sitting in it. Right. You're sitting in it.
Because okay, say for example, like in the last episode, I mentioned one of my fears used to be thinking about not just failure, but thinking about how people perceive me.
Oh yeah.
So I was already in my head about how I feel like they thinking about me. Now that comes from what I'm talking about right now. So if I'm running from absolutely all truth, everything that could have happened, if I'm running from all that and I'm saying to myself, okay, well, because you got to realize when a circumstance happens, we create these stories in our head. So say for me, example, I wasn't raised with my mom. So for me, it was like, well, if I wasn't raised with my mom, then ain't nobody gonna really like. And that had nothing to do, but I created that.
Or no, the clarify, because then they'll say, oh, so she was raised by her daddy.
No.
Clarify.
No.
Clarify.
Me personally, I wasn't raised with either one.
Just so that they can see the full
just so y'all understand. Just so y'all understand
of what I got to deal with on a daily basis. Of the things that I have to.
So I'm not talking about something that somebody else told me. I'm not talking about something that was made up. No, I'm speaking from not having that affirmation from the very beginning and creating my own story of whatever stuff was. Yeah. Or what I thought stuff was. So from that point, my fears became real. They were reality. Like you couldn't tell me that wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case. Because it was.
Because it was.
And I see that it is, actually.
Yeah.
Because they said that.
I can see it.
I can see it. Because they told me how they felt about me. And so I knew that my gay perception was right when I had thought about it the first time. But in reality, Judy, it's just because you pulled yourself away. Yeah. That's a mess.
Yeah. Because that's what I would do. Because in my head, it was like, well, okay, if I didn't have my mom, if I didn't have my dad, then nobody don't want me. And I literally grew up. It's true story. I grew up with people telling me how pretty I was, and I hated it. Just imagine that. Oh, you're so pretty. That's bad.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because in my head, how could that be if this wasn't the case? You all right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For me? Me pretty? Thank you so much.
I think so. Yeah, that was me. But no, and it took, like I said, layers. It took like layers, for me to just be like, you know what? Let me just.
So how'd you find okay, so you made a decision, and then you were honest with yourself, and after that you were able to start finding you.
I was able to, because I had to not be afraid to even ask the questions, because a lot of times we're afraid to ask questions. We're afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because when when you
It's
experience certain things, it's like, well, I
embarrassing,
don't
and
want to talk about it.
I don't even
It's
want to
embarrassing
put
to
that over.
me.
And you
It's
probably looking
embarrassing
at
to
me like
them.
that, and then you
It's
looking at
gonna hurt
me, and
them.
you
It's
feel
gonna hurt
like now
me.
I'm a burden to
Let me
you,
just keep
and
it to myself. And
you need to talk to somebody.
you just need to talk to somebody.
Because somebody's gonna help you.
Yeah, because no one, like, I'm on the inside with all of these thoughts and emotions, and like, tell me what I'm thinking right now. Tell me what I'm thinking. No one can do that. No one's doing that.
No one can do it.
No. So you gotta talk to somebody.
You have to
gotta talk to somebody.
You have to talk to somebody.
Crazy part is I decided,
and then they're scared of
to talk to my mama and them.
Yeah, my
Crazy
mama
part.
Me, mama.
I talked to my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when it came to full conversation, full knowledge of things, I was able to even get more of her story and her background to even realize I got all of this anger and foolishness and every perception all whacked open,
warped,
when I didn't even know where she came from.
This is what it's
wholeheartedly.
This is a mess.
So she wasn't even able to give me 100%. Because she hadn't gotten 100%.
Hadn't gotten. So how you going?
Now here it is. I done spent a life of fear.
A life of
anger, frustration, all this kinds of stuff. Telling you. It'll have you wound up for no reason, guys.
Wound up.
Don't let it happen.
Yeah.
Fear and perception will rob you of your life. It will rob you of your life, and that's what was happening to me. It will rob you of your life. It will literally have you walking.
And it's never too late.
Handicapped.
It's never too late. Because she was grown.
Never too late. Yeah, I was good and grown.
Let's put that in perspective as well.
Good and grown.
Good and grown.
Like good and grown.
Good and grown.
Good and grown. Like raising kids, trying to act like I had it all together. For what reason?
For what?
Like, for a reason, because I don't.
And don't.
Nope.
Never have, never will. And that's fine with me.
Yeah. And it was more of a healing, because that's how we're able to sit here right now, because I was honest with the fact that, no, I'm like, listen, I'm your mama, but listen, I ain't got it all together.
I don't.
Let's do this together.
Because I feel like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people look at, like, a relationship like ours, and it's like, oh, I could never have that with my mom. I could never have. Try talking to her.
Or on the other end of it, oh, I wish I had that. Yeah. But it comes with work. It comes with work. It comes with work. And a lot of times we don't want to do the work. We don't want to do the work. We don't want to feel what comes with the work. We don't want to experience. We're lazy and we don't want to do the work. And we feel like, well, I'm going to just move past it. Guess what? You're not actually really moving past it.
And now we're at a generation who just keeps pushing past it and pulls from every other person. And it's annoying. So stop.
Oh. Okay. Oh my God.
All right.
So stop, y'all.
You your own person. You your own.
Y'all Gen Z.
You've done this is your second time.
No, it's because I'm X, right? I'm X.
You one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we got to say about that.
That's all we're gonna say about that.
Literally, though, but it's now we got a generation of people who just keeps running from it, and we're so lazy. We don't want to do the work. We feel like we're too young to do the work.
And see, my generation and before, like, see, my mom's generation, they were secretive. Like, growing up, we didn't get told, things that went on in the family and things like that. So we were just kind of
carrying all of it,
just moving along with all of this stuff. Nobody talks about it, but
nobody talks.
You don't have to live with fear. You don't have to, just stay in a stuck place. You really don't.
You really don't. And I'm speaking to myself, because it's not like I don't got no fears. We just talked about it on the last episode. Yeah, but I'm definitely talking about myself too here. It's not easy. It's never been easy. It's never will be easy, but it's something that you continuously
just let it go. Come on, go with it. Let's go with it.
Have to just work on.
We'll continually work on, because it will never be.
I said continually, and then you just said continually. Is it continuously?
Listen, let's put both of them together
and continuously
and have all of it.
I think it's what it is. Okay, come on.
Jesus.
And we'll do it. And so
No, but no, it's something that we would have to continue to do.
there we are.
Yeah.
And there we are.
Because at the end of the day, just get this. At the end of the day, life will keep life, and you have to keep having the, because I don't want anybody to feel like, okay, now that I did, everything that was, I should have done, okay, now it's that. No, because guess what? Because see, our bodies, it keeps score. It literally does. Score. And this stuff gets locked in our cells, locked in our body parts, locked in, it just does. And from one moment to the next, like I could literally, if I just allow myself to just go off, it would, I can go right back into those places. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. So I have to continually, stay connected to the work that I put in. Yeah. I have to continually stay connected to, my source. My source in particular is God. My God. Hiya. Oh, you felt that? Felt that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what he does.
So guys, we really just appreciate you guys for tuning into this episode. This is episode 4 now. Okay. Okay, crap.
I don't think that was. Don't do that no more. Don't do that again. That was. Don't do that no more.
It wasn't Spanish.
Say it one more time. So. Cuatro.
I said it right, sweetheart.
Not the first time.
I'm just Hispanic.
First time you was
we
Russian or
appreciate
something.
you. I was. I'm the next. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is a great conversation. Yeah, this is a great conversation.
We'll probably circle back to it. Okay. With,
multiple times down the line,
because it's just what it is. Yeah.
It just is what it is. And we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. You are needed. You are wanted. Don't let the fear overtake your life. Don't let it. Don't do it.
You are able to live no holds. No holds does not mean that you don't have the emotion, that you don't feel it. It just means that you don't allow it to control you.
100%. We love y'all. We thank y'all. Follow us on Instagram at the No Holds Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the No Holds Podcast. We love you guys. Bye.